So what is this nitrogen fixation? The conversion of free nitrogen in the atmosphere into nitrogenous compound to make it available for plant is called nitrogen fixation. Means the atmospheric nitrogen is getting converted into nitrogenous compound, which is then utilized by the plant, and the process by which atmospheric nitrogen is converted into nitrogenous compound is called nitrogen fixation. Okay, so dear children, these nitrogenous compound are made available to plants for synthesizing protein, as we know, and proteins are very necessary for the plants. Then let's see the different methods that help in converting atmospheric nitrogen into usable form. What are the different methods which help in converting atmospheric nitrogen into usable form? The first method is electrical discharge during lighting process. Fix some amount of nitrogen in the soil. So electrical discharges are there during the lighting process. As we know, before rain comes or thunderstorm are there, lighting is there. So during this lighting process, जब बिजली चमकती है, what happens? Electrical discharges are there. Okay, and during this electrical discharges, enormous amount of energy is released. So what happens? The enormous energy of lighting breaks nitrogen molecule and enables the atoms to combine with oxygen in the air, forming nitrogen oxide. It means the enormous amount of energy which is released during lightning process, it is breaking down the nitrogen molecule which is present in the atmosphere. And then what happens? The nitrogen molecules which are broken down, they combine with oxygen present in the atmosphere. And after getting combined with the oxygen, they form nitrogen oxide. What they form? They form nitrogen oxide. And these nitrogen oxide get dissolved in rain, forming nitrates. What does they form? They form nitrates, and then they are carried to the earth. So in this way, in the soil, nitrogen is available. Okay, so first is by electrical discharge during lighting process. Then in second one, dear children, you have read about symbiosis. What is symbiosis? Symbiosis means in which two organisms, they live together and they help each other for their any requirement, and both are benefited. Similarly, for that we have read about some bacteria are there. So these bacteria, what they are doing? These bacteria are living in the root nodules of the leguminous plant, and they are helping the leguminous plant. So let's see how. A number of free living bacteria and symbiotic bacteria take part in fixing the atmospheric nitrogen. So how this atmospheric nitrogen is fixed? This atmospheric nitrogen is fixed by the free living bacteria. Now what is the meaning of this free living bacteria? Free living bacteria means the bacteria which are not in association with any other bacteria. They are living freely. And some symbiotic bacteria. Symbiotic bacteria means the bacteria which are living in a symbiotic relationship with other organisms. So some symbiotic bacteria and some free living bacteria, they are fixing atmospheric nitrogen. Okay, fixing atmospheric nitrogen means they are converting atmospheric nitrogen and making it available in the soil so that plant can absorb it. Azotobacter is one such example of free living bacteria, and Rhizobium is a symbiotic bacteria which is living in root nodules of leguminous plant. Okay, so here in this picture you can see that how these are the root nodules. These are the root nodules present in the root of leguminous plant. These are the leguminous plant. Leguminous plant means the plants which are of the pulses family. Okay, like lentils, then rajma, moong, chana, all these are the pulses. So in all these plant roots, nodules are formed, and inside these nodules bacteria are present. Okay, so what these bacteria are doing? So these Rhizobium bacteria, they are fixing atmospheric nitrogen and they are making it available for the plant. So by the help of these bacteria also nitrogen fixation can be done. Then number 3 is farmers replenish nitrogen in the soil by adding fertilizers to the soil. We know that we have seen also that farmers they add fertilizers and manures to the soil. Why? Because to increase the fertility of the soil. How the soil fertility can be increased? It can be increased when some nutrients are added to the soil, like in the form of fertilizers, in the form of chemicals, and these chemicals are containing nitrogen compounds. Okay, so like this they increase the fertility of the soil and nutrient of the soil, which is then utilized by the plant. So in this way nitrogen is available in the soil. So these are some of the ways by which nitrogen fixation can be done. Now my dear children, a very important and special mode of nutrition is also there. See, here 3 diagrams are there, and by these 3 diagrams, can you imagine anything? Can you think about something? Yes, you can, I know. These are the special mode of nutrition. This plant is called pitcher plant, this plant is called Venus flytrap, and this is called sundew plant. Okay, so in case of all these plants, what happens? Actually these plants are grown in such type of soil where nitrogen is very less, or it is very deficient. Nitrogen deficient soil is there in which these plants are grown, where nitrogen content is not there, and we know that nitrogen is very very important for the plant, for the formation of protein, which helps in the growth of the plant. So what happens? These plants also fulfill their nitrogen supplement. Let's see how. These all plants are green and they can also do photosynthesis. With the help of photosynthesis they prepare their own food, but to fulfill their nitrogen supplement they eat insects. That's why they are called as carnivores, because they are eating some other organism. So they eat insects, eat insects, and from the insect's body the nitrogen which is available there they utilize it. Like in pitcher plant, which is a modification of leaf, and here this is a hollow structure. Okay, this is a flap like mouth, and here in this opening what happens? When insect come and they sit here, they are drowned inside. They are drowned inside, and inside this hollow structure digestive juices are present which digest the insect. So here in this book you can clearly see the picture. Let's see here. See, this is pitcher plant, and what happens? The hollow leaf of pitcher plant are filled with fluid, as I told you, and insects come to drink that fluid here, but the lid closes. Due to the closing of this lid, what happens? The insect they are drowned and eaten by the pitcher plant. Okay, and from their body they get nitrogenous supplement. Then the second is the Venus flytrap. And in Venus flytrap what happens? The leaves of Venus flytrap is like a trap. Trap means वो पकड़ लेता है, okay, और छोड़ता नहीं है. Then it can also close suddenly when an insect sit on them. So when an insect come and sit here, what happens? They trap the insect and they get closed in this way. And insects they enter inside the inside this Venus flytrap leaf, and then they are dissolved again for the nitrogen supplement. Then this third one is the sundew plant. In this plant, these plants secrete a kind of fluid that glitters in the sun like dewdrop. So a kind of fluid is there which is glittering. You can see the structures. It's looking like that only. Means it's glittering, है ना? So when under sunlight, what happens? They are glittering like dewdrops. And when an insect come and sit here, what happens? It get entangled in the sticky fluid. So here sticky fluid is present and the insects get entangled here. वो वहाँ जकड़ जाते हैं, जिसकी वजह से वो बाहर नहीं निकल पाते हैं. And then same thing happens. They are trapped and they are digested by the sundew plant. So in this way, plants they have a special mode of nutrition which is called insectivorous plants, and under this special mode of nutrition, all these plants they fulfill their nitrogen supplement. Now, along with nitrogen supplement, plants they also need mineral nutrition. How they fulfill their mineral nutrition? See, in the atmosphere, in soil and in water, minerals are present, and plants, they absorb that minerals. How? From the air they contain carbon dioxide and oxygen. From water they take hydrogen and dissolved metal in ionic form. And from the soil they fulfill their nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus, sulfur, calcium, magnesium, iron, manganese, zinc, boron, copper, cobalt and molybdenum. All these mineral requirement. So all these minerals requirement are essential for the plant. As we know, for our body also mineral and other nutrients are required. Similarly for plant also minerals are very very essential. With the help of that their growth is occurred. Okay, so this is all about plant nutrition. Thank you.